Finally, the Grand Egyptian Museum, GEM, has opened its doors, drawing the eyes of the world to an unprecedented collection that captures the heart of ancient Egypt. This museum, over 2 decades in the making, is a tribute to the world's oldest civilization and a vision for the future. Step into GEM and you're stepping into the grandeur of Egyptian pharaohs, treasures that have been buried for millennia, and artifacts carefully restored to tell stories once thought lost. In this video, we'll explore why a visit to GEM is a journey through time itself, a chance to witness the legacy of one of humanity's greatest civilizations in ways never before possible. The Grand Egyptian Museum isn't just a place to hold ancient artifacts, it's a journey through time, a display of humanity's incredible ingenuity, showcasing everything from the invention of paper to the development of intricate calendars. And of course, no exhibit would be complete without the iconic golden mask of Tutankhamun, a timeless reminder of Egypt's legendary wealth and artistry. Now that the museum has officially opened, let's talk about what makes this site a true marvel of the Middle East. The museum's story began in 2003 when an international competition was held to determine its design. Out of the numerous visionary entries, Irish firm Heneghan Peng Architects won the honor. The journey to bring this vision to life started in 2005, but it was no easy road. Global events like the financial crisis of 2008, the Arab Spring of 2011, and the COVID-19 pandemic each took their toll, delaying the project and heightening anticipation. Excitement for the museum surged in 2021 when the world was captivated by the Pharaohs' Golden Parade, a mesmerizing procession of 22 royal mummies that reignited global fascination with Egypt's ancient past. Most recently, the Dior Men's 2022 show, held within the museum's hall, kept this anticipation alive as it showcased the allure of blending the ancient with the modern. Now, after years of eager anticipation, the Grand Egyptian Museum in Cairo has finally opened, inviting the world to step into 700,000 years of Egyptian history and welcoming visitors with an extraordinary journey through one of history's most fascinating civilizations. The experience begins as soon as you set foot in the forecourt, where the vastness and design reflect the majesty of the ancient pyramids. Just beyond lies the soaring atrium, where a colossal statue of Pharaoh Ramesses II, standing an impressive 36 feet tall, commands attention. This 3,200-year-old marvel, discovered in Memphis and brought here in 2018, represents not just a piece of history, but a link to the grandeur and legacy of ancient Egypt. Beyond Ramesses II, your eyes are drawn to the Grand Staircase, a marble structure that stretches 6 stories high. Whether you choose to climb its steps, take the inclined escalator, or glide up in an elevator, each path leads upward with views that reveal more of the museum's treasures. Beyond its walls, glimpses of the pyramids themselves. This staircase is a ceremonial procession, lined with masterfully preserved statues of Egyptian rulers and gods. Figures like Senusret III, Thutmose III, Amenhotep III, and Hatshepsut stand watch, each one a silent guardian of Egypt's legacy. As you ascend, you're stepping back in time, moving through eras where these rulers and their gods shaped a civilization. The journey continues through ancient temples and sacred places where the gods were honored. Here, the granite naos of Senusret I and the pyramidion of Hatshepsut are preserved. Further along, you're immersed in Egypt's divine realms, a place filled with gods, pharaohs, and the legends they inspired. Statues of mighty rulers like Ramesses II and Ramesses IV stand among the deities who governed the sky, Nile, and underworld. The pharaohs were not just leaders, they were seen as earthly embodiments of these gods, wielding a power and mystique that held Egypt together for millennia. At the very top of the staircase, the journey reaches its climax in a section dedicated to Egypt's deep beliefs in the afterlife. Here, rows of sarcophagi reflect the ancient Egyptians' view of eternity, a passage that each pharaoh and noble prepared for throughout their lives. And as you reach the peak of the grand staircase, you're rewarded with an awe-inspiring view of the Great Pyramids of Giza. Designed as a modern-day wonder, the gem doesn't just display ancient artifacts, it brings to life the epic story of Egypt's ancient world, positioning the country as a global cultural beacon. Imagine stepping into a vast gallery lined with over 100,000 pharaonic treasures, each piece more mesmerizing than the last. Among these, the complete collection from the tomb of Tutankhamun, the young pharaoh who captured the world's imagination after the discovery of his near-intact burial site in 1922, steals the show. For the first time, every single artifact found in Tutankhamun's tomb is on display. Walk through 2 grand halls filled with over 5,000 of his belongings, from the golden death mask, a symbol of Egypt itself, to the humble everyday items he used. This unprecedented exhibit brings visitors closer than ever to the life and legacy of a young ruler, though barely into adulthood, became an eternal icon. But the wonders don't end there. The museum also houses a reconstructed solar bark, a sacred vessel said to be used by the sun god Ra, and designed to carry the pharaoh's soul across the heavens. Nearby, visitors can gaze upon the solar boat of Pharaoh Khufu, a marvel in its own right. Yet, the treasures of the Grand Egyptian Museum go beyond individual artifacts. They are chapters in a vast history spanning thousands of years. Within the 12 galleries, visitors journey through 4 key historical periods of ancient Egypt. Each section goes into the eras of the prehistoric and early dynastic periods, the Middle Kingdom and the Second Intermediate periods, the New Kingdom, and finally, the Late Period and Greco-Roman period. Dedicated galleries in each era focus on the themes of society, kingship, and beliefs, making it easier to understand how these aspects of life evolved over millennia. The journey begins with the first gallery, which takes visitors back to a time between 6000 and 5000 BC, when the climate in North Africa grew increasingly dry, forcing communities to settle along the Nile. These early settlers began farming, raising animals, and fishing, which in turn sparked creativity and craftsmanship. The gallery displays stunning examples of their handiwork, tools, pottery, and jewelry, illustrating their transition from a nomadic life to one centered around agriculture. Particularly captivating are the statues, pottery, and carvings from the Neolithic period, as well as artifacts from Egypt's first dynasty, including statues depicting scenes of brewing beer and baking bread. As visitors move to the second gallery, the focus shifts to Egypt's earlier kings. Exhibits here include flint spearheads, arrowheads, and blades, as well as a comb adorned with a small, intricately carved hippopotamus, all found in a tomb at Hierakonpolis from the Naqada II period. This gallery also reveals fascinating glimpses of royal life through objects found in a hidden burial chamber near the Great Pyramid. These treasures, given by King Sneferu and his son King Khufu to Queen Hetepheres, speaks to the incredible wealth and power these early kings possessed. One of the most striking pieces in this section is a set of canopic chests from the 4th dynasty, which were used to store the internal organs of the deceased. Visitors are also treated to intricate reliefs from Sneferu's bent pyramid at Dashur, depicting rows of women carrying offerings of food and drink. There are even beautifully detailed models of boats from the 6th dynasty, highlighting the significance of river travel and trade in ancient Egyptian society. From the moment you step inside the museum, you're surrounded by these ancient treasures, each one telling a story of life, death, and the world beyond. Coffins are adorned with painted eyes, allowing the dead to see into the afterlife, and statues of all shapes and sizes represent the many eras of Egyptian history. Among the museum's many exhibits are intricately carved reliefs that span different periods of Egyptian history. One vivid stela from Thebes, dating back to the Middle Kingdom, shows offering scenes at a temple gate once built by King Sobekemsaf II. Another piece from Karnak features Queen Tai embracing the god Amun, a beautiful moment captured in stone. A particularly charming relief from the 18th dynasty, found at Saqqara, depicts a pet monkey nibbling on dates beneath a chair while a family gathers around an offering table. The museum's collection doesn't stop at artwork and carvings. Pottery from both Nubian and Egyptian origins is on display, as well as a vast array of Middle Kingdom papyrus documents discovered at Lehun. These documents, ranging from personal letters to scientific and religious texts, give insight into the intellectual and practical lives of the time. There are also business records from the Roman period unearthed at Cairo, showing the evolution of commerce in Egypt over time. Beyond the static exhibits, the museum employs stunning digital projections that breathe life into ancient Egyptian art, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in the visual splendor of the past. There are fragmented ostraca, pottery shards used as makeshift notepads, listing the workers who toiled in the Valley of the Kings, and burial shrouds used by those who couldn't afford grand funerals. One of these shrouds even has a handwritten version of the Book of the Dead, complete with spelling errors, while others are decorated with an image of the god Osiris. For those fascinated by ancient jewelry, the museum holds an exquisite collection. Necklaces, bracelets, and pendants of intricate design and craftsmanship are displayed alongside scarab rings and mirrors with ornate handles. Beyond these treasures, visitors can marvel at a crocodile mummy from the Temple of Sobek in Kam Ambo, a powerful reminder of the reverence Egyptians had for the crocodile god. Or they might admire a section of the chapel of Mentuhotep II, portraying the pharaoh as a victorious leader, an artifact that was discovered in Dendera and dates back to the 11th dynasty. From the smallest tools used by prehistoric peoples to the grand monuments of the pharaohs, the museum offers a window into every aspect of ancient Egyptian life. Whether it's a beautifully decorated sarcophagus or the everyday items of common folk, each exhibit provides a connection to the past. There are even real mummies on display, both royal and commoner, giving visitors a rare chance to peer into the world of ancient funerary practices. And, of course, no journey through ancient Egypt would be complete without exploring the spiritual side of the civilization. Large statues, stela, and temple carvings fill the galleries, revealing the deep religious beliefs and ceremonial practices that shaped this remarkable culture. Yet, this is just a small part of what the museum has to offer. With so much more waiting to be explored, the Grand Egyptian Museum promises to bring history to life, letting visitors step into the past and fully experience the wonders of ancient Egypt. It's a place where curiosity meets discovery, and the stories of long ago feel closer than ever. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment, and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest content. And we'll see you in the next one.